Okay, I'm going to go over some of the basics of feeding baby owls. 'Cause it's cool, it's fun, yeah, it's a tremendous amount of work. It's absolutely time consuming. And I have a lot of questions about what it is that we're doing. So here it is. At the base of this, we have a heating pad. This is an electric heating pad, plugs in, and then we have a towel over that for ease of cleaning. It keeps a nice warm base for our baby owlets. In addition to that, the bright red light we have right here is a heating lamp. So that heating lamp actually produces a tremendous amount of heat, which I can point to or away from the baby owlet depending on what he needs. That is actually attached to the same stand as my overhead fluorescent light that has a magnifying glass on the top of it because I'm getting older. But I can move that, and as you can see, the red changes, so I can direct the heat onto the baby owlet or away from them. We monitor that through a nice high quality temperature gauge. We set this very close proximity to the actual baby owlet, and we can monitor all the time, make sure that we are not getting too hot or too cold. Obviously, baby gets too hot, bad thing. Baby gets too cold, they get really lethargic, also a bad thing. They don't like to eat. Some of our other basic things, food. Okay, this is important. Baby owlets will eat 20 to 25% of their body weight every day. We try to feed them a very natural style diet. We do feed some lamb hearts, which are sliced thin. Big calorically bang for the buck there. We get our lamb hearts through local butcher, Wyoming Custom Meats. Thank you guys for supplying that. We also feed primarily pinky mice or hairless mice. These are little baby mice that are then frozen. And what we do is we measure out 25% of the baby's body weight every morning, and we slice those up really, really small, and then we feed those throughout the day. So they get a full natural diet, just like they would in the wild, just minus the hair, minus the feathers, if you're dealing with another bird. So yeah, pinky mice is primarily what we're feeding, hairless mice. A couple of things, good high quality tweezers. These are not the kind of thing that you're going to go down and buy locally at a big box store or anything like that. These are actually medical grade equipment. What we do here, we primarily use all medical grade equipment. Also, when these come together, it makes a nice rounded nose, so it's not near as dangerous. I want to make sure that we don't accidentally poke somebody in the eye. I always like to have a set of hemostats on hand. Rarely need to use them, but in the event that I needed them, I would need them quickly. And if that were to pry apart baby's mouth to try to do an extraction of something that was stuck, most of the time, if we do use them, it's because we got a piece that didn't get cut up small enough. And prior to feeding it, I just use these and tear them into half. So we have two smaller pieces. So that's the primary use of those. All right, here we have a digital scale. This is very much just like typical kitchen scale. Order it anywhere, buy it anywhere. Put this on there so it's not a cold thing for the little babies. We weigh all these guys just prior to feeding and then post. We know we're feeding 25% of their overall body weight a day, but I want to know exactly how much is getting in them before and after feeding. Gloves, you'll see us using gloves in all of our videos whenever we're handling these guys. That is for the safety of the babies, to ensure that we don't have anything on our hands, oils or anything like that that could damage feathers or be detrimental to the skin and cause any type of a reaction. So you always see us wearing gloves whenever we're doing that kind of stuff. I always keep around my regular glasses because I am getting older. Piece of pad and paper for jotting down notes, any observations that we have during feeding. It's easier to jot it down, and then we enter that into basically an electronic medical record system for wildlife rehabilitators. One of the other things that I'm sure everybody's wondering right now is, why are you wearing camo? It's because baby number one is starting to open his eyes. You can't keep them open, but they're just starting to blink open and close. So we've taken all the precautions, piping owl music into the incubation room. We do not talk around the baby owlets any more than is absolutely necessary. We're trying to make sure that Jupiter, the owl, stays in close proximity to them. As he's opening his eyes, he's seeing other owls. So, full camo. It's that point in time. this is where it starts getting a lot more technical, a lot less exciting. But thank you to the guys at Sitka. They provide clothing, full-on face masks, glasses to distort our eyes. We have our gloves. We are starting to prepare ourselves to feed owls. So that's some of the stuff that we have to do every single time we come in and get prepped, is make sure everything is ready. Then we go get the owlets out of the incubation room and the incubator, bring them into here, work with them, feed them, take them back. Owl number 1 is down to 4 to 6 feedings a day, which is kind of handy. Owl number 2 is still at about every 2-hour interval, which is still 10-12 feedings a day for us. And owl number 3 is yet to hatch. Not sure on the viability of that egg. We haven't been able to hear anything from it. However, it is not uncommon for owls to lay their eggs up to 1 week apart. 3 eggs means that he could be 3 weeks behind his big brother. And that's it. That is prepping to feed baby owlets 101.